Hey, welcome back friends, TechTale here, and today I'm going to be going over the updates for the 20th of May 2019. First things first, you may not recognize the area that I'm in. That's because we are in the Digsite, and the Digsite has just been graphically reworked. Pretty big rework, honestly. They changed up everything. No more little tiles for all the little Digsite areas. They're now a little bit more organically placed. The first place I do want to go over is the exam center here. This is the most recognizable place, and it hasn't moved locations at all, so probably a good place to start. They did obviously change everything on the inside, but still an L shape, and if you check on the map, it is still the exact same location where the exam center used to be. One thing I do want to mention, though, is they did update the quest for the dig site. So the Digsite quest is going to be a little bit different now. I'm assuming it's just to make it more available for future quest lines in the future. My guess is that the Desperate Times quest line is going to be coming through the Digsite whenever it gets the second installment of the Desperate Times quest line. That's just a guess, but why else would they be graphically reworking all of this if they didn't have a reason to? Because a lot of the Digsite quest, it said that people don't disappear or move around. That's probably so that people are still available for the next quest line. They do have 3 dig sites here. They have a level 1 dig site, level 2 dig site, and level 3 all the way to the east here. And inside of the level 3 is where you're going to have the ancient doors going to the empty throne room. So they may have changed things around a little bit. I know the empty throne room was where, for the Desperate Times first part, that's where you had to go for one part of the Desperate Times. If you haven't seen already, I do have an entire playthrough of it on my YouTube channel, so I'll link that down below. But just having these ancient doors here is probably more realistic to where they should be instead of in a separate, far-off area. They also have moved where you set your prayers to curses. If you don't already have another place to do so, you can change your prayers to curses down this winch right here. The underground is very similar. I'm not sure if they changed the underground at all, but you can see the altar of Zaros right there if you need to change your prayers to curses. I'm going to be going over the patch notes as well in a couple seconds, so let's jump right on over there. Actually, before we go any further, the boat's still here. I wonder why the boat is still here. Maybe that's part of the quest line, maybe not. We'll see. 2 things on the main page I want to go over really quick before we get to the patch notes. Wiki integration. You can now type in /wiki and then have a search term, and it will automatically bring up the wiki in your default web browser. This is not actually part of the game, but it does make it a little bit easier to search the wiki if you are curious about something. For people that don't always have the wiki up like I do, I personally have 2 screens, so I usually have the wiki up on a separate screen, some place that I can bring it up really quickly. If you don't already have that, it is pretty useful just to be able to type in /wiki and whatever you want to search, and it will bring it up very quickly. Probably one of those things that's going to be forgotten in a couple of weeks, though. The other big thing is the portable Vic the Trader is now going to be having the elite woodcutting outfit available. So if you already have some extra portable Vic the Trader points, you might as well buy the elite woodcutting outfit because everything else is currently available in game. That being said, it's not worth actually grinding any bonus experience to try to get the points because they did mention that the elite woodcutting outfit is going to be coming in about a month. Obviously, this can get delayed. I'm expecting probably a month and a half, 2 months away. But honestly, spending that much time grinding out bonus experience for the elite woodcutting outfit is probably not worth it. Just a guess. That is probably not worth spending 2 to 3 weeks trying to grind out this bonus experience. And Portable Vic the Trader is going to be gone June 2nd anyhow. So it's going to be very hard to get that outfit set before that goes away just to have it for 3 to 4 weeks before everybody else. That's really all you'd be grinding out that experience for. So probably skip that. And they've already mentioned that the Hunter outfit is going to be coming when the Hunter modernization update comes out. The estimate is July for that, so 2 to 3 months down the line we should have all of the elite skilling outfits, and we can stop asking about them every single time to do a Q&A. A lot of the patch notes is a little bit of a repeat of what we've already gone through, but there are a couple of things to mention in the other. First thing is you can no longer use the Ring of Coins in the Wilderness. This is probably due to the fact that the Ring of Coins is no longer actually in your inventory. It's actually something completely separate. So people were not risking the Ring of Coins and were just getting people to scald themselves on them. It's kind of a clever thing to do in the Wilderness, but it is essentially a skull trick, so it's probably good to get as many skull tricks out of the game as possible. What else is in here? Reduce the frequency of Ripper Demon special attacks slightly. I personally have been having a problem with doing Ripper Demons because the special attack is a one-hit KO. So if this actually slows down the Ripper Demon's special attack so that it doesn't happen anymore, because a lot of times it was happening with 2,000 to 3,000 HP left on them because I don't have optimal equipment, it may actually be worth doing Ripper Demon tasks again instead of skipping over them. I'm going to have to try them out a little bit. I am doing a 120 Slayer grind anyway, so I'll come back and let you guys know how the Ripper Demons are if I do that. It's probably part of, I would guess, part 3 or part 4 of my Road to Comp series. Apparently, the augmented charge bows were inappropriately giving more damage than they should have, so they modified it so that they were no longer giving too much damage. They did also change up Revenant pets quite a bit. You can now display a kill count, as well as a lot of them working as they should be working. So if you are going for the maximum Revenant pet, a little bit of a small bragging ability with that Revenant pet now. They also did update the God Wars Dungeon 2 and Elite Dungeon bosses so that they give more Reaper points. I knew that the God Wars Dungeon 2 was definitely too low for how much time it takes to complete the God Wars Dungeon 2 Reaper tasks. It's one of the reasons why I stopped doing Reaper tasks quite as often. So I may also have to look into that, see how big of an increase it is, and whether or not it's worth me trying to do some more Reaper tasks with the increased Reaper points in Slayer XP. All in all, not a whole lot else that we haven't mentioned already. They did update the Digsite quest, as I've already mentioned, and they also updated the Needle Skips quest just to make it a little bit more up-to-date in the way that something like the Needle Skips would work on a newer game. All in all, though, a little bit sparse of a week if you don't include the Digsite rework. The Digsite rework was a pretty huge rework, though, graphically as well as setting up for a new quest line, so I definitely think that it was worth a update week. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, though. Also, hit a like if you are enjoying this. I know that these videos don't get quite as many views, but they are relatively quick for me to make, and I think that they are very helpful for you guys. But let me know with the up or down thumb. Let me know if you are enjoying these, and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. As always, though, have a good one.